For B2B companies in Australia and New Zealand doing at least 1 million to 5 million in revenue per year, how to increase your revenue by at least $500,000 to $1 million within 12 months without spending a dollar on paid ads, relying on word of mouth or cold calling. Our partners' results. Keyvision increased their sales pipeline value by over $1 million within 4 months. Before, relying on the CEO's network for revenue generation, had a sales rep working for 6 months with no results, worked with an SEO agency for 18 months with no sales meetings. After, built a sales pipeline of over $1 million in just 4 months, expanding Keyvision globally into new markets, consistent flow of sales qualified leads, and meetings with ASX listed companies. Aspect PT increased their sales pipeline value by $600,000 within 8 weeks. Before, they had an inconsistent sales pipeline, slow growth, picking up the scraps, and they didn't have a scalable or systemized outbound process in place. After, built a sales pipeline of over $600,000 in 8 weeks. They are on target to 4x their customer base over the next 2 years, with 5x their monthly sales call volume, and they're getting a consistent flow of sales qualified leads. Formed new strategic relationships for Need Us. Luke Butler, the director of Need Us, spent over $130,000 on a shiny new website, SEO, and paid ads over the course of a year, with not a single meeting or lead coming from it. Even after working with big names like QBE Insurance, Channel 9, and Macquarie, he still couldn't find a consistent way of bringing in new business, and he didn't want to go back to his old ways of cold calling for hours each day. After implementing our growth systems, we brought Luke 7 meetings within the first 14 days with C-suite executives and 22 meetings in 6 weeks. A client for Need Us is worth $20,000 minimum with an average lifetime value of $100,000 to $300,000. Orbit Marketing increased their revenue by $210,000 a year within just 6 months. Before, relying on word of mouth and Facebook ads, low quality meetings from Facebook ads, their revenue was stagnant and they didn't have a systemized client acquisition system in place. After, added 7 clients and counting, $210,000 a year worth of business, a consistent flow of sales meetings, and hired another 2 employees. So we've helped our clients book meetings with some of the largest companies in Australia and New Zealand. Who is this for? This is for B2B decision makers who want to increase their revenue and company valuation for either a potential exit, external investment or funding round, or just to have a high profit business. Your business generates at least $1 million in revenue annually, or you have funding and plenty of reserves to invest in your growth. Your client and customer lifetime value is at least $24,000. You have excellent product market fit. If you're good at sales but you identify with one of these, you're too involved in the process, you need to get in front of more of the right people, you prefer working on your product or service delivery, you have an exceptional product or service and you just need more people to know you exist, you're losing clients to competition that aren't as good as you, you've tapped out and saturated your current market and you want to expand into new markets but you don't know the best way from both a time and cost perspective. This could be expansion into the rest of APAC, US, the UK, or it could just be expanding into a new industry here in Australia and New Zealand. If you need to turbocharge your sales pipeline, if you've tried cold outreach before and it didn't work, could be through cold email, cold calling, or LinkedIn outbound. If your business relies on referrals and organic growth, if you're tired of your team moving slower than your vision, if you're sick of wasting money on agencies and new hires who overcharge, overpromise, and underdeliver, if you're struggling to attract A-team talent. This is not for businesses with a bad product, poor fulfillment, and client retention. It's not for businesses looking for a cheap solution to their business growth, and certainly not for businesses looking for a 3-month trial before cutting short on the project and hopping onto the next best looking solution, hoping for a quick fix. So here's what we've learned. Increasing your revenue isn't always just a matter of generating more leads. This is typically what happens when you try and fill up your bucket with leads. So leads are leaking through the gaps without you even realizing that it's happening. So it could be to do with your social presence, your website, your LinkedIn, your offer, your value proposition, a lack of case studies, or prospects might not be able to see your case studies, a pre-call nurture system, so prospects aren't showing up to your calls, you don't have a discovery call structure in place, a sales call structure, and a lack of sales assets like a VSL. There's many more in here. These are just an example. You can immediately and consistently increase your revenue by both filling the bucket with leads and also plugging the gaps. But here's a problem in doing so. Experienced outbound sales and marketers have either already made their money and do not want to work with someone else, or you need to pay them an enormous salary just to keep them around. This underlies a problem for small to medium-sized B2B companies who want to rapidly increase their revenue and valuation for a potential exit soon. Internal sales and marketing people often lack the outbound sales and marketing knowledge, skills, and experience to deliver significant results and can take 3 to 6 months to ramp up. Keep in mind, internal sales and marketing efforts will only be enhanced by our process. So if you're an internal sales or marketer watching this now, don't worry, your job is not at risk. We will only enhance the results that you're already getting through the process below. So hiring a marketing graduate who knows the same as everyone else and doesn't understand modern sales and marketing methods that are working today, nor do they understand business in general. Marketing is about being different and capturing attention. Senior salespeople cost over $100,000 a year and do not want to get their hands dirty in prospecting and cold outreach. They only want to be focusing on closing the deals that are coming through. Lead gen agencies and freelancers. Like a band-aid solution, this is not how successful businesses are built. A, they don't understand the end-to-end B2B sales process. B, they look at one aspect of client acquisition in isolation, which is leads, when in reality, it takes a holistic approach, so top to bottom of the funnel. C, they are incentivized to bring on new clients to grow their revenue, and your results suffer as a result. Would you expect a $50K a year marketing graduate or salesperson to double your business in a 3-month period? Probably not. So why would you expect an agency charging the same or if not less to provide crazy results in such a short time frame? You need partners who are 100% invested in your growth and success. Background story. After spending over a year in recruitment, I quickly learned how difficult it was to attract new clients. The state of the tech recruitment market made matters even worse. I tried every outreach tactic: cold calling, cold emailing, sending Loom videos, LinkedIn voice notes, LinkedIn video messages, and more. Now, there is no silver bullet in client acquisition, and I've learned this while also building up my physique. Side note, this was me in 2023 at my peak. Helping other businesses grow takes up the majority of my time now. Succeeding both physique and business-wise all comes down to the basics. It's not about the tactic itself, but rather how strong you nail down the basics. A LinkedIn voice note won't work if you don't have an offer that resonates with the market. A cold Loom video won't resonate if you're a nobody with no evidence backing up your claim. Your sales pipeline won't grow if you're not consistently doing outreach and working on your various traffic sources. Sending cold emails won't double your business overnight if your website, social presence, case studies, and value proposition aren't very good. And your fancy sales script won't work if you have no conviction in what you're selling. Every successful business simply does the basics at the level that most businesses do not. And so we were founded to address the common pain point that most B2B businesses face, which is a lack of leads coming into their business. However, after solving this problem time and time again, we quickly realized that this was just one bottleneck when it came to client acquisition and generating revenue. Solving a business's lack of leads only opens up their next problem and bottleneck: close rate. Almost every business thinks they have a high close rate. That's because they're so used to leads from referrals and word of mouth that are willing to buy before they even talk to you. But if you want to build a real business that grows consistently, you need to learn how to close deals from cold traffic. This takes a slightly different approach, one that takes them from being completely cold and not knowing who you are to eagerly wanting to buy from you. We do this through the process below. The new way to increase your revenue. You need to look at your entire sales funnel to determine where the bottlenecks are. So here's what a simple B2B sales funnel looks like. You have the traffic source, which can be from various channels, including email outbound, LinkedIn outbound, organic content, paid ads, SEO, and referrals. Then each step of the process typically begins with a lead generated, converting that lead into an initial meeting or discovery call, converting it into a second sales call, the proposal stage, and then eventually a closed deal. So looking at all stages of the sales funnel is necessary if you want to make substantial growth. This is an example of an average and not so good sales funnel when zoomed out from a bird's eye view. So on a deal size of $50K a year, you've got 100 leads. Leads to discovery call ratio is at 20%. The discovery call to sales call conversion is 50%. So now you've got 10 sales calls. Sales call to proposal stage is at 50% conversion, and proposal to closed at 20%. So now out of 100 leads, you've got one closed deal, which is 50K a year in revenue generated. Many companies look at the number of closed deals, determine it's not enough, and then say, we need more leads. This is all without looking at other aspects of the sales process. Yes, many B2B companies do have a lead flow problem. However, once this is solved, it will open up gaps in other parts of your sales process that need to be solved and improved to grow your revenue. Here's what an improved sales funnel may look like. So on the same deal size of 50K a year and the same number of leads, 100, we've increased our leads to discovery call conversion from 20% to 40%, which now we've got 40 discovery calls, discovery call to sales call from 50% to 75%. Now we've got 30 sales calls, and then sales call to proposal from 50% to 75%. We've got 22 proposals now, and then proposal to close deal from 20% to 40%. Now we've got 8 closed deals at 400K a year in revenue generated from the exact same number of leads. So how can you improve your sales funnel and increase your revenue today? To increase leads, you could implement cold email and LinkedIn outbounds. This is our main channel and traffic source. You could start posting on LinkedIn. You could implement a referral system. You could work on your SEO or even hire an agency. You could run paid ads or hire a marketing agency to do it for you. You could improve your website and optimize for conversions into a lead generated or sales meeting booked. You could implement a VSL on your website. You could improve your value proposition and create a better offer. You can improve your case studies and focus on the outcomes generated. To increase leads to discovery call, hire or get existing SDR or BDR to work the leads through calling, emailing, and LinkedIn. Increase show up rate through pre-call reminders. Create sales assets to use like a pitch deck and video sales letter. Improve your social presence. So making sure that your website and social media profiles are set up properly. Include a bonus for prospects that show up to the discovery call as well. So this can be something that you can offer for free or at a very low cost. To increase discovery call to sales call conversion, review and improve your discovery call process and structure. If you don't have a process or structure in place, then definitely implement one. Use sales assets and case studies to show and send to the prospects. Implement a simple discovery call structure. So starting off with 1, building rapport. 2, discovery stage, diving deep into their pain points. 3, identify and clarify their problems and constraints. And then finally, prescribe the solution and book the second call with all decision makers. Then after the discovery call, send your VSL any valuable information and case studies. To increase sales call to proposal stage, review and improve your sales call process and structure and make sure that all decision makers are at the meeting. You can implement a simple sales call structure like the one below. So 1, reset frame. 2, clarify their problems and constraints again. 3, checkpoint, making sure that they're actually willing to solve this problem as soon as possible. 4, present sales deck and proposal. 5, objection handling and clarifying that they understand your offer and proposal. And then 6, logical closing. So no high pressure sales tactics or anything like that. If the sale is not closed at the end of the proposal call, schedule a follow-up meeting 3 to 5 days later to answer questions and review the proposal again. If you get a verbal yes, great, but you still need to book another meeting to ensure that nothing slips through. This could be an onboarding call, a strategy call, etc. Never let a sale go to waste without a clear yes or no answer from a prospect. To increase the proposal to close deal, making sure that you always book a meeting to review the proposal with a prospect. Always stay in touch with the prospect, don't lose contact, clarify their objections always, and you could bring one of your existing clients or customers onto the call to help close the deal as well. And you may need to incentivize your existing clients or customers to do that for you, but it's definitely a great tactic. So here's our process. I've got the action plan laid out here, which I'll walk through below. So stage number 1 is go to market. So week 1, onboarding and setup. We'll onboard the whole team and conduct an initial onboarding strategy call to gather more insights and set the direction. Technical setup for email outbound begins after the onboarding call. Preparation and planning. We'll develop a plan of attack, ensure that you and your team are on board and set expectations. Planning and mapping out your target market, your key differentiators, and conducting a competitor analysis. Week 2, offer creation and unique sales proposition. We need a way to stand out in the market, especially when doing cold outbound. We need to deeply understand your target customer, their pains, desires, and then create messaging around this. After our onboarding call, we'll work to create multiple different offers and messaging to be tested. This will happen during the first month and be continually optimized after assessing campaign results and getting market feedback. Through cold email campaigns, we can quickly test your sales proposition, offer, and get market feedback faster than other methods like cold calling. We'll help you improve your sales proposition over time. For example, if you're launching a new product or feature or service. Over time, we're also working to find message market fit. So database build. We'll start to build a database of your target market's decision makers and key contacts, including both the company and employee information. You do not need to pay ZoomInfo, LinkedIn Sales Navigator, or similar database tools $20K plus per year for this. This data can then also be used for retargeting ads. Week 3, campaign drafting. We'll begin drafting your initial cold email scripts, leveraging AI and tools like Clay.com for personalization, relevancy, and campaign segmentation. Here's an example script that you could use today. Hi name, relevant first line. Reason I'm reaching out, we help niche to outcome in timeframe without pain. We've recently helped case study company to outcome in timeframe. Do you mind if I send more information? Pre-call nurture system. We implement Calendly for booking meetings and we'll create a pre-meeting nurture sequence. The aim of this is to increase your short rate and warm up your prospects with your sales assets and case studies. We will help to build these assets if you don't already have them. So some examples, 24 hours before the meeting. Hi name, looking forward to our meeting tomorrow. In preparation for the meeting, I've attached a few of our case studies and also a video overview of our process. Please have a look so we can make the most of our time together. 4 hours before the meeting. Hi name, I look forward to speaking with you in 4 hours. Please check out the video overview and case studies if you haven't already. Here are the links in case you couldn't find them. And then finally, 1 hour before the meeting. Hi name, see you in 1 hour. If you can't find the meeting link, here it is. Case studies. We'll make sure you have strong case studies collected, or we'll help with this. Having strong, tangible outcomes in your case studies will dramatically improve your results in cold outbounds. Here's an example template that you could use. We help company name to outcome in timeframe without pain. Week 4, campaign prep. We'll set up and create campaigns in a cold email sending platform like SmartLead, finalizing the first campaigns that will be ready to send. Sales tracker implementation and or a CRM. We'll implement a sales tracking spreadsheet to clearly see the meetings that have been booked and outcomes generated from those meetings. If you don't have a CRM, we'll help you set one up. If you do have a CRM, we'll also create an automation from a meeting booked into your CRM to reduce your manual data entry. Sales meeting recording software setup. We'll set up a meeting recording and transcripting software like Fireflies to record your sales meetings for review and training purposes, but also to extract key information that you can use to close more deals. We then set up an automation from the discovery call recording fed into an AI prompt to provide the sales team with the prospect's pain points, problems they're looking to solve, and more information to leverage and convert more sales. This saves the sales team time and ensures that nothing is missed. Stage 2, outbound machine. Week 5, launching the email outbound campaigns. So here's the process, which actually begins in week 1. We set up 10 domains similar to your main domain. Some examples, tryyourcompany.com, getyourcompany.com, and useyourcompany.com. These will be redirected to your main domain and website. We create and set up 30 Google email accounts, setting up the SPF, DKIM, and DMARC records to ensure that 99% of the emails that we send land in the primary inbox and not spam. A lot of companies that send cold emails get upwards of 20, 30, 40% of their emails landing in spam, which is not great. And if you are using your primary domain, your main domain that you use as your website and emailing your clients, then I would highly recommend that you don't use that for sending out cold emails and to set up secondary domains that aren't associated with your main domain. So there's a 4-week warm-up period from the onboarding call to launching the first campaign, as well as these are new domains and new accounts and need time to warm up effectively. Scaling to send up to 900 emails per day can be less and can be more. Inbox Manager SDR. You'll have an inbox manager working to book sales meetings on your calendar 24/7. You don't need to be replying to leads, following up, or scheduling meetings. The whole process is handled for you. You or your team just have to attend the meetings that are set. Week 6, campaign optimization. We continuously test new campaigns, angles, pain points, and messaging to find what works best in your market. So there is no silver bullet campaign and template, so it can take time to find the right messaging. A great campaign generally has a 1% positive reply rate. So for every 1,000 emails sent, you would get 10 positive replies, also referred to as leads. Once found, we can scale it up further to send more emails. Week 7, LinkedIn preparation. We'll make sure that your LinkedIn profile is set up correctly for outbound, ensuring that your profile picture, header, headline, and about section are visually appealing, your offer is easy to understand, and your call to action is clear. Week 8, launching LinkedIn outbounds. So we'll launch the first LinkedIn outbound campaign. This will start at 25 connections per day and scale up to 75 per day after 2 to 3 weeks. This will complement the results from email outbound and help to build up your network with target market decision makers. When you start posting organic content on LinkedIn, or if you already are, this will complement and enhance your results as you're already connected with those decision makers and you're posting content, so they're going to be the ones that see it. Stage 3, sales assets. Week 9, video sales letter. We create a long form video sales letter for you to use as a sales asset, lead magnet, and embed onto your website. The purpose is to educate prospects on your unique offering, the key problem it solves, the desired outcome, client and customer results, and why you're their best option, all on the one document. And no, a short animated video that you paid someone on Fiverr a few $100s to make is not going to cut it when it comes to educating your prospects and selling them on your solution. Week 10, revamped pitch deck. We create a revamped pitch deck for you to use during the sales process, and this will be leveraged off the back of the video sales letter that we create previously. Week 11, filming video sales letter. You'll record the video sales letter. This generally takes multiple attempts to get the right version. We'll help guide you through the process and edit it for you. Week 12, video sales letter on website landing page. So the video sales letter is now complete. Now it's time to embed on your website, either on the homepage or on a separate landing page. Stage 4, increase close rate. Week 13, review sales process and call recordings. We'll review your entire sales process, mapping out each part, identifying bottlenecks, identifying areas for improvement, and going through the call recordings with you. Week 14, sales process improvement and restructuring. Based on the previous week's review, we'll create a new sales process and structure if necessary. Week 15, review website and sales funnel. So we'll provide suggestions to improve your website layout, to convert better, and also analyze the entire sales funnel to ensure that each step complements each other. Stage 5, optimization and improvement. Week 17 onwards, improve and scale outbound campaigns. We continuously improve campaigns over time. It's never a one and done type of scenario. Improve your sales process and funnel. So after the new sales funnel and process have been implemented, we'll constantly review and analyze where we can improve and plan the next steps for growth. First deals closed. So considering the average B2B sales cycle is roughly 3 months and sometimes 6 to 12 months for those larger deals, the first lot of deals should begin flowing through at this point. So what are your options? Option 1 is Avorius Partners. Why you might not want to work with us: we're not cheap, we're a small but growing company. Our contracts are typically 12-month long engagements. We won't replace your internal team. We're not a silver bullet solution. We likely won't double your business overnight. Why you might like to work with us: we take a partnership style approach, not a transactional type of engagement. Your success incentivizes us. So the more money that we make you, the more money that we make. We'll help keep you and your team accountable. We focus on the outcomes like revenue generated, not pointless metrics like open rates and website visitors. We'll help wherever we can to improve your business and make more money. We appreciate having a strong working relationship with our clients. This may mean lunches, drinks, or in-office catch-ups, and we even travel overseas to see our clients. Lead gen agency or freelancer. Again, they're only focused on one aspect of the sales funnel and likely won't help or know how to solve the other bottlenecks. They need to bring on new clients consistently to grow their revenue and are not as incentivized by your success. They're focused on one metric only to consider their job a success, which is leads. Hire internally or implement similar processes yourself. So it will likely take longer to implement and learn all the systems yourself. Internal talent to do all of this will likely cost 2 to 4 times more, as you'll need to hire multiple people to put all the pieces together. But even then, only around 50% of new hires will work out over a 6 to 12 month period. You can implement the systems yourself and learn how to run them, of course, but it's probably not where your time is best spent. You'll also need to spend months, if not years, to get it working effectively. So again, who is this for? This is for you if you're a B2B company decision maker in Australia or New Zealand and are doing at least 1 million to 5 million in revenue per year, and you want to increase your revenue and or valuation in preparation for a potential exit within the next 3 to 5 years, or to simply create a highly profitable business. Benefits and outcomes. What can you expect if we decide to partner with each other? Increase revenue and profits within 12 months. Your close rate will increase. You'll have a consistent flow of sales meetings. Less time you need to focus on sales and marketing and focus more on strategic decisions. You'll have better processes and structure. A key partner that is invested in your growth and success and will do anything to provide you with a return on investment. You can work on the business more and reduce stress. Company valuation math. Here's what partnering with us could look like if you're wanting to sell your company and exit in the next 3 to 5 years. So at an average 5x revenue multiple, 200K in ARR would equal about 1 million in value added. 500K in annual recurring revenue would be about 2.5 million added. And 1 million in annual recurring revenue added would be about 5 million in value added. At a 10x multiple, it just looks even better. So if you'd like to learn more about partnering with us, go ahead and book a call below. After the call, if you seem like a good fit, we'll create a custom growth plan that outlines exactly how we'd help you increase your revenue by at least $500,000 to $1 million within 12 months. Just a quick warning to set expectations. This isn't cheap. We can only take on one new client per month to ensure our existing partners are never affected, so we might not be able to get started straight away. We won't save your business as we only work with already successful companies. A nice little bonus for you. So for jumping on the call, we'll even build you a list of 5,000 target market decision makers' email and contact information for free just for showing up to the call, unless you're a tire kicker, of course. Our guarantee is that we'll double your investment in 12 months, and we can do that because we only work with partners that we know we can help and make a significant impact on their business. To clarify what you get, a custom 12-month growth plan, a partner that will do anything to help grow your business, offer creation and value proposition improvement, outbound machine through cold email and LinkedIn to book 7 to 15 plus qualified sales meetings per month, fully managed by us, fully built out database of your target market decision makers, a full-time appointment setting inbox manager working to book sales meetings in your calendar every day, a pre-call nurture system, sales process restructuring and improvement, CRM implementation or sales tracking sheet, sales assets. This includes VSL, pitch deck, brochures, case studies, and more. Complete sales funnel breakdown and improvement from top to bottom to increase your closing rate. Automations to implement within your business. LinkedIn profile optimization to increase your LinkedIn conversion rate. Follow-up SOPs, one-to-one CEO and founder strategy, and working with your internal team to help set the direction, keep them accountable, and also drive results across the board. Weekly performance review and planning sessions. If you want to see how we can partner up with your business to add at least $500,000 to $1 million in revenue within the next 12 months, go ahead and find the time below, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.